Hi, welcome back to the TPK podcast. I'm Talon, the GM, and for those unfamiliar with what a GM does, my job is to provide the reaction to the player's actions. And for the players, we have Lojala, the Red Panda Paladin, who's played by Philip, Saw the Plover Warlock, who's played by Mason, Jack, the Crocodile Fighter, who's played by Connor, Rusty, the Orangutan Bard, who's played by Dan, and Zareth, the Grey Wolf Druid, who's played by Craig. Finally, we'd like to thank you for your continued interest. Seriously, without you, none of this would be possible. So thank you. And now, enjoy the show. Everything is around you. Bugs, butterflies, birds are moving away from deeper in the forest.
Magic in the air, take cover.
Branches are raining down around you as this world quake happens. Lieutenant Gavardio stands up. They don't look surprised by this. One of the criminals is like,
My leg!
shut up! With that, he's like, all right. Have we gotten all the gear? Guard's kind of like, no, that. Have we collected our dead? Guard's not at me. He says, all right, let's get moving. So as you're walking, it's not getting darker, you're just getting farther in. The animals are...
I wanted to,
I'm just setting up the scene.
Okay. Well, he keeps pointing at me, so I wasn't sure if I was supposed to go or not.
Yes. Are we
So-
going to have time for a short rest or anything?
Hold on. This is a short
Hold
rest.
on.
So,
Connor has something to
I
ask.
want to address the captain about the what did you call it? The ground quake or whatever.
The world quake.
Yeah, so, because clearly, Sokka seemed very perturbed and upset by it, or whatever you want to call it. This was a big deal, and then they were just kind of like, well, it's just this, it's nothing to them. They've experienced it before, so, what do they know about these quakes? And,
So ask it as you were,
Okay.
you would actually talking to him.
Right, what's up with these quakes here, Captain? You all don't seem very surprised by them.
He kind of turns to you, turns back. Let me ask you a question. Have you noticed them before?
I don't know, have I? No.
We haven't been in this area before. Most of us haven't, so...
He nods. They happen from time to time here. They're completely normal. We don't know what it is. We think it's just instability in the land, something completely natural.
Well, it didn't seem very normal because it coincided with his magic in the air cover shout.
You did share that with him?
I shouted.
Okay.
Everybody.
He shouted.
Oh, yeah, that's right,
Everybody
that's
heard
right,
it.
sorry.
Just none of us, not enough of us got to responded.
He kind of looks over and he's like, right, because I'm going to believe a criminal. It's completely natural. It's been happening for years around here. In fact, that's why we built the fort here, is to keep everybody on their toes.
I'm not really sure what I'd reply to that.
Since you're a new player, I'm going to throw you a bone right here.
Okay.
Would you believe that answer? This guy is completely natural.
I mean,
has
I'm
no
going to
further.
believe him over him.
So there is a way to tell if someone's lying.
Okay.
And what you would do is you would either tell me I want to see if he's lying, or just I want to do an insight check to see if he's
okay,
lying.
I want to do an insight check.
Okay.
I'll assist.
I am
Okay.
on his shoulder, so I'm right here hearing it, Bill, so I'm going
Yeah.
to also assist.
So you get
I mean, I'm
advantage.
assuming we're all
Yeah,
kind of overhearing
roll?
this
He
conversation
rolls.
if we want
Okay. You
to.
don't. You're giving him advantage. So he's rolling
Right.
2d20s.
So-
Talon, if we want to
Deception.
overhear this,
Yes.
so I want to make an insight check as well.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, good. I rolled really bad on both of those.
I also
I need to
want
not
to do
do
an
that.
insight check.
I got a 22.
I'm glad you got high because I didn't. I got a 4.
It's
Well,
still
5
higher
with
than
my
what I
bonus.
rolled, so.
Right?
Oh,
What's your
wow.
What's the total?
You
have to add your
I
insight
add them
score.
together?
No.
Oh,
The
yeah, but
highest
it's
one
what-
plus your insight score.
This should be 5.
Okay. Did anybody get higher than a 2?
Yes.
I think
Okay.
anyone that rolled got higher than a 2, possibly.
This guy is lying out his teeth.
Oh, thank you.
But he's pretty good at
Can we
trying.
determining what he's lying about? Is it just
No,
part of the story, the whole story?
Oh, he's lying about everything he said.
Oh. and
But
then the
he's
cap-
not
it's the
he's not
captain.
shaking. Like he's not backing off of his story. It's a lie, but he's gonna stick to it.
Does it sound scripted?
So even if I,
Yes, absolutely it
Oh,
does.
nice.
So my assistance of aiding you is I kind of get next to you and I'm like, that sounds awfully scripted.
Yeah.
Good
I whisper in
question.
your ear.
I'm just going
question.
to
Magic.
ignore it for now.
I was gonna do the same thing, but I just.
So I mean,
wanted to
if
know
I
he
call
was
him on
lying.
his shit, is it gonna really make any difference?
No.
Might call him on it.
All right,
So,
I'm gonna-
it's your character.
Right,
Whatever
that's
your
true.
character would
Yeah.
do, go for it.
Even if it doesn't help, do it anyway.
Yeah.
Why not? You're an
Mike,
alligator.
that's
Crocodile.
bullshit, and you and I know it.
If you say so.
So,
What I am interested in is what did you find out about those things that attacked us?
That's what I was about to do. Investigate the creatures that I.
Well, sir, we're just humble criminals. All we were doing was defending ourselves. Why would we have knowledge of these
Like
things
Hamlet.
that you think we have knowledge of?
I like this.
We're the prisoners here. We were being attacked. We defended ourselves.
Yes.
I'm not sure why we would have this more knowledge than you amazing guards. You seem to know everything about the area. This thing is normal.
You're right. We have not informed you yet. I assume everyone knows why they're coming here. You're coming here to be a trainee, to become a soldier for the academy.
Uh-huh.
Technically, you're not being tested yet. I just wanted to see perhaps the attention to detail that you ragtag bunch of criminals have at this point.
My nature check was 17, by the way.
Okay. It's a vegetation equivalent of a mosquito. That little thing is a bunch of fibers on the outside that can expand and contract. It's almost like muscle tissue, but the plant equivalent of it. And it would be the abdomen. As it drinks,
Okay.
it swells. That's where it stores the blood that it drinks.
Okay, so he has one in his backpack as well. Nobody else knows about it but me. I was saw him take it, or he's told me or something.
Yeah,
Are
you
these-
know
so
about it.
So while they're talking, I'm kind of my other raven's just on his shoulder, so anybody who just glances thinks it's normal because nobody has seen my sentinel raven until just now. I called it, so they might not have paid attention to it yet. So I've actually got into his backpack and I've got the orb in my hand, and I am trying to see if I can detect any magical residue because there's the magic earthquakes that have been happening. So I'm seeing if maybe that's affected this at all. See if there's anything I can learn from it.
I'll have to text you or get you. I'll write something to you.
Also, are the creatures natural or are they like created by something?
They are not natural. You can tell that by your check. They are not natural.
Okay. Okay. So this would be something that someone created.
Can we go ahead and just get out of this forest then? 'Cause,
We're going into the forest.
I was gonna say we're going into the forest, Cap.
Wow.
It's gonna get worse.
Well, we got to go through it to get to where we need to be. So let's keep going.
One of the guards trots up faster and he says, "We were checking out the clothing on the bodies, and we found a note. I don't know who it's addressed to. It just has a symbol on it." And he passes it to Lieutenant Vardia. Would everyone give me a perception check?
Yes.
DC 15.
Us. Not high enough.
I got
Yeah.
16.
I got
Got a 10.
a 9.
16.
23.
Okay. If you got below a 15, cover your eyes. Okay. You see him hand the guy this.
Okay.
Okay. That's it. We're good.
I would like to share that information with Mason.
Okay.
The guy passed him a spider web.
So who passed who?
Oh, I guess I just told Philip.
The guard passed Lieutenant Vardia a letter with a symbol on it.
I mean, it depends on like how loud you're talking if I overhear it or not.
Well, I mean, like you just heard it. Like the covering the eyes thing was no longer.
I know.
It-
no longer valid.
It's not a big deal.
So, but yeah, he passed him a letter. With
Was
a
it just
spider
one of
web.
the random guards here?
It was on one of the bodies in the road.
It was one of the one of these bodies.
Mike, you found some kind of letter on him and it had a spider web on it.
Have we started moving yet, or are we still?
Yeah, y'all are moving on your way to the fort. In the very far distance, you can kind of see where it slightly clears out, but you are seeing a structure made out of pine wood, untreated pine wood. Some
Can I,
sections are old,
Nice
some
fort.
sections are new.
Can I do
Nice.
like I basically want to feel if like the forest is being corrupted or sick or anything like that.
It is not anything that you've experienced before.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to be targeting
It's more. It's
the
not.
forest
It's not really.
itself.
Okay.
It seems to be a side effect rather than the goal.
Okay.
Anybody else want to do anything?
I'm writing a note to Connor real quick.
Secret notes.
So I tell you that.
Okay.
That down there.
Okay.
Going back to the handing of the letter, what was
So
the
I didn't even
captain's
know the
reaction
reason.
to seeing it?
He's
Or
looking at
lieutenant
it.
or whatever. What is whoever he is?
He kind of talks over and being like, they must have been with the deliver the arcane delivery, or not arcane, the academic delivery system. Well, did you find any other postage with them? Guard kind of like, no. It was either covered in blood and all broken up, damaged. But no, they weren't carrying anything else of any note, sir. And he goes, okay.
Can I
Fall
ask
back in
him
line.
just to see the letter?
You can, if you'd like, you can ask him that.
What is it? Lieutenant, right?
Gvardia.
Hey, Lieutenant, can I see the letter that gentleman handed you?
He looks back and he goes, sir, Lieutenant Gvardia, please. But no, I'm sorry. It's against the law to read other people's mail. And this has an official signal on it, so it needs to be handed in to the captain.
Oh, okay.
Can we inquire about that official signal?
You can do whatever you want.
Okay.
You have complete control
So what
over your
exactly
players.
does that spider web on that note mean, mate?
He looks at it. You got me.
Then how you know
Also
it's an
bullshit.
official symbol?
You can tell. You can. Well, never mind.
I'm about to say, if I overheard that,
I
I'm
don't need
like,
to do a check on that. That was bullshit.
yeah, that was just plain bullshit. So yeah. Okay.
Anybody else?
He's not talking.
No, he's lying his ass off.
Mm-hmm.
He'll get his
He's not
due.
very appreciative.
taking a nap on
Yep.
the horse.
I'm about to say, don't worry, he'll get his due for lying.
Some time passes. You're getting closer to this wall of pine wood. It is.
Are we getting a short rest?
Is it?
That you, yeah, I mean,
Is
y'all
it a
have been
long
riding
rest
on
or a
carts
short
and
rest? How long does it take to get through the forest to the?
Not 8 hours. It's
8
it's
hours.
been maybe half
I
an
think I get
hour.
my die back if we get a short
Maybe
rest.
yeah.
You
Let's
get
say
your
it's been
arcane
2
surge
hours.
or
Y'all
your
have been
own
traveling for about 2
action
hours.
surge.
Okay.
Let's get a little
Did you get my
deeper.
action surge
So
back?
who's spending hit dice?
Yes, you
well,
can
that's
take a
what I'm
short rest if
debating.
you'd like.
I don't know if we're
short
gonna have
rest,
if we'll
okay.
get time before something else happens. I'll use 2,
Okay, just mark them down, please.
and the cat will use some.
So eventually you reach Fort Charming. It sits awkwardly in a small clearing, dwarfed by the large pine trees of the forest. The reality of the fort is at once disappointing. The walls are at most 30 feet tall, made of regular pine wood, some sections new, some sections old, and gray. The wood has been sun bleached into a grayish color. As you approach, a poorly made section of the wall is pulled open from the inside of the fort. It's slid behind a wall and propped up, and 2 guards emerge from the opening. They salute the lieutenant as he passes by, as the entire caravan enters the fort. The sounds of a struggle can be heard inside. Would you put that bear just in the middle of that map? Inside the fort, the ground is dusty and bare of vegetation. Nothing has grown here for years. You can imagine that when it rains, the entire fort becomes one giant mud puddle. The cart comes to a halt, and you are ordered to dismount. The guards are busy helping down some of the injured criminals. Also, you see some guards exiting out, talking to Lieutenant Gvardia, and then continue over to the caravans to unload the dead bodies. The rest of the, we'll call it courtyard, is full of many other academic authorities running back and forth between the 4 to 5 buildings there are inside the walls. They seem to be yelling something about additional damages caused by the world quake. In the center of the courtyard, a black furred rabbit is finishing up tying up a knot on this gigantic boar folk kind of guy.
So they've got him like imprisoned or something?
He's just tied up with some some really
Rope.
weak looking ropes. He's struggling. His lip is bloodied and his eye is swollen. A bit further past him, as you're looking at this, there's a pile of green like potato sacks. Just in a pile, and then cinched clothing, just clothed with
just
some
say-
yarn.
I was gonna say, we know where Craig's going.
Potato sacks, yeah. The black rabbit hops down and nods at the lieutenant. The lieutenant smiles and nods back. Begins to say something, kind of thinks better of it, turns around and hands the letter over to the captain. The captain nods.
What is the captain?
The captain is a black rabbit.
Okay, it's the black rabbit. Okay, that's what I was making sure.
Yes.
What I thought, but
Thank you for that for pointing that out.
clarifying
Yes.
so we understand. Yes.
He kind of stands off to the side, and Lieutenant Gvardia turns back around, looks at all of you, and just says, "Welcome to Fort Charming. We are your instructors. You are scum. I don't want to have to deal with more than one of you, so we're going to have a competition. Pair up and fight. If you lose, go sit down over by those green bags. If you win, grab another winner and fight again. Last one standing gets a prize." And he kind of sets over a box. It's a pretty big box. 2 guards carry over the box.
All right, I walk over to Zareth and say, "Hey, be my buddy."
I flutter over to one of the injured criminals.
Okay.
Can I be friends with the boar guy?
Oh, you're gonna do it? Okay.
He is still tied up, just
I'll
laying on
pick
the
that
ground.
one.
Gvardia.
We're fighting the ones we pick.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
fighting one.
Yeah.
When can you change?
He looks like a right gnarly one.
When can you change spells?
Spells?
Every morning
Every
Okay.
yeah.
after a long rest.
Okay.
Okay, this is gonna go a little weird. He's laying on the ground. Are you gonna free him, or you just gonna start kicking the shit out of him?
Well, no, I was wondering. I thought that was the whole idea.
Is
that you
there
had like
is
a
there
arena or
is it not an
something.
organized fight?
Yeah, is
It
this
Or
is
we
not
just-
an organized fight. They're just kind of waiting for someone to be left standing.
Oh, awesome. Well, then
Oh,
when I
wow.
walk over
Hey.
to you and I go, "Hey, be my partner," and then I guess
And
you're
then
gonna
you
say
punch
yes.
him.
Well,
Yeah,
first
we'll
I-
start with you two because you.
First,
started.
I'm going to look at the captain, and I'm like, any restrictions?
He shakes his head and goes.
I choose the lieutenant.
Nice.
Okay, then I go, yep.
Lieutenant Gvardia kind of looks
So-
over and he goes, "You ever jump chain of command like that, and I will personally kill you.
Wait.
You report to me."
Well, isn't the captain the one that was talking to us, though?
No, that's Lieutenant Gvardia.
Oh, then
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I talked to him. Whoever
Lieutenant
was.
Gvardia.
Sorry,
goes,
I got
"Nope,
confused.
I
Okay.
just hurry it up. We don't have
Ah.
all day."
I grabbed
You
the
said-
sword and
you said
pointed
the
at
green.
the
You said go over to
lieutenant,
the
I
green
choose
sacks
you.
when you lose.
He goes, "No, you're not fighting me, sir, and no, you can't use your sword. Would you please hand that over?
You said I could keep it.
We're out of danger now."
I kind of just throw it on the ground and have it stick in front of his foot.
He kind of gives that like show off, grabs it, and then tosses it behind him and says,
But you
"Choose
also
one
said
of your-"
you said anyone. And I
Not
choose
me.
you.
It was the
one of the other criminal scum around
It was the
here, sir.
green sacks you go to when you lose.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I get really close to you, and then I go, "Oh, ow, oh, ow, oh," and I go sit down on the green. the green sack.
I go.
Yep.
I go sit beside him.
I'll challenge him. Then.
He's
Their
sitting
battle's
there.
already
He's
done.
he's losing.
They both just lose.
They just gave up. They're like, we don't want the
At this
prize.
point, as y'all have been trying to pick and fight,
Okay,
there
I
are other
flutter
people
over to-
fighting, and some of
Can
them
I
are
just?
moving
I'm just gonna
away
stand
now.
there
I-
until I find someone to fight. I
flutter-
mean, I'll let them beat
No
it
fluttering.
out.
No.
Nope. I flutter over to him, and basically we're fighting together.
Okay.
So I'm pretty much sitting in his head waiting.
But they're fighting the big guy.
Okay, so we're
I'll
gonna
just
have
let
to
all
start
the
this
I'll let
with
all the
you.
rabble fight, and then I'll
You fight a
kick.
couple of the weaker ones, but it's like a joke.
I'd stand there and let the cat do it. I mean, the cat can probably take them.
There you go. All right, so we're gonna start with you two. Are you two fighting, or I thought you were fighting? The
No,
boar?
they're fighting
No, no.
together.
I'm fighting with him.
They're
He's
both fighting
looking
together
at-
against the
Oh,
bear.
against the boar. Okay.
He's
Yeah.
fighting other people, but he's making it seem that he's fighting close enough to him, so he's actually just fighting with him, but he's technically still fighting
Yeah.
another target.
Yeah, I'm keeping them off back so he can fight the boar.
So, inspiration for realizing that you don't have to fight one-on-one. Go ahead and put yourselves in one section of that map. It's all just open field. There are nothing. You and the bear. And I need you to...
I'm gonna be.
So what's the bear represent?
I need to see if he breaks free first.
The green sacks
Oh, he's
were
the
the
giant
ones
boar
with the
thing. Yes,
potatoes.
I want to fight the giant boar thing.
Can I
Okay.
steal a potato?
So, as
Yeah.
he sees you coming over and you see him flex really hard, and then he breaks out of his things, he stands up. I need you two to roll initiative.
Roll initiative. All right.
11
20. Yeah.
plus your initiative 2.
22.
11.
Plus points. I got 22 initiative.
So it's gonna be JM.
I get the first move.
Saw.
Watch me miss.
Not actually on.
I'm gonna get initiative, but I'm gonna miss.
Okay, the way this is gonna work. Oh God. Okay.
Curve.
You didn't
Uh,
want one of us to pick the board, did you? Or did you want one of us to pick the board?
I did not.
He did not
plan
expect us
for
to
it.
do it. Yeah.
So
How would you not expect?
How would you not expect me to pick the board?
I'm about to say.
not this soon.
Oh no, I'm gonna fight that board.
You know his backstory.
It's all like My Hero Academia.
Oh yeah.
Okay, JM, go ahead. Do whatever you're gonna do, and you are as far away from him as you are.
So, like-
I have to roll initiative for my Raven. 3.
Okay.
I don't know if it gets a bonus or not.
Okay, so I am gonna move 1 space forward,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna use my what the heck is it called?
You know what? We're gonna do this differently because I don't want another combat this quickly. It's gonna be skill. Okay, so you get to act first. The way this is gonna work. I'm just gonna have to modify this a little bit for 2 people. Since you go first, you are on the attack.
Okay.
You tell me what you're doing to him. We'll put it in a skill check, a type of skill
Okay.
check. Whether you succeed or fail depends on your dice, and then that will be your first turn.
Okay.
Then you get to attack, and he'll be on the defensive, and then it will be his turn to be on the attack and be on the defensive.
Okay.
Then he will get to react to one of you two for the second round. He'll be on the attack, you two will be on the defensive. And then the best of 3 last round, you two get to be on the attack again.
Okay.
Whoever has the most successes at the end of it wins.
So is my Raven going to be just an offshoot of me, or is it going to be on its own? 'Cause
It will
gets.
use it in your description if you
Okay.
want.
All right, so I'm gonna use my tail to sweep the legs.
Okay. So 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so this is JM and Saw and this guy. Okay, use the tail to sweep the legs.
What do I roll?
What do you think it should? Either athletics or
I was
an
gonna say, technically
acrobatics.
should be like maybe athletics or maybe acrobatics.
Whichever one you want.
All right, I would like it to be athletics
Okay.
because I get +6.
Okay. And I'm just going to use his AC as his defensive.
Nice. So 19 plus 6 is 25.
That hits.
Yeah.
So he describe what it looks like.
All right, so I come storming up to him as he shatters his ropes, and I do kind of a dash forward, and then I land on one of my heels, and I spin around real quick, and then throw the tail underneath of him, catch one of his feet and kind of yank it, and it pulls him out, and he lands on his back.
You as
Or I guess
You
you get
find-
to decide how he lands.
nope, he lands on his back.
All right.
A big cloud of dust kind of puffs up in the air, and he gets really angry. But go ahead.
Does he have a weapon?
Nope.
Okay.
He is unarmored and armed, just like you.
Okay, so I'm right behind him, and I've been kind of keeping the other guys away. They see him start engaging the board, and nobody else is coming over here. So I turn to help him fight. So he's down on the ground. let me see.
He is prone.
I'm just gonna hit him with my Eldritch Blast.
Okay. So that's at disadvantage because he is prone. So roll twice and then tell me which the lower of the two is.
And this is what, Arcana?
You can either do a
Disadvantage for not
Arcana
getting prone?
or you can do an actual attack. It's up to you.
I'll go with Arcana.
Okay. Roll it.
So that's gonna be a 7.
7. So he, as you do that, he kind of rolls out of the way, like in all the movies, sees you attacking and rolls out of the way, and then pushes himself up, turns around and charges straight at you.
Nice.
And he looked like he's gonna gore you.
Can I have my Raven kind of swoop in and like peck at his eyes a little bit to try and distract him?
Absolutely. I'll give him a -1 to the attack. Does a 14 hit your AC?
Damn it, yes.
Okay. So he like hits you
Uh-huh.
and like throws you up into the air a little bit.
Nice.
And then as you come down, kind of punches you backwards.
Ow.
After that, he turns toward you, picks up some dust, and kind of like throws it in your face.
Okay.
We'll do a little sleight of hand check. Does 11 hit your AC?
No.
Okay. So that is a miss.
So
All
I
right.
just kind of flutter above
And then your turn.
the dust.
Okay, so I'm gonna get up and dust myself off. We're gonna run up and get a good chomp on his arm.
All right.
I'm gonna bite down, give him the old crocodile jaw.
Now you should have a bite attack, right? You can either use the bite attack. You should.
Where would I see that at?
Oh no, never mind. I'm sorry.
That's a. I don't think.
You've athletics.
Okay.
I'll do it then. Athletics will work. What is it?
That one.
Roll a 1.
Oh, okay. Tell me.
I still get a 7 with my athletics, but
So a nat 1 is like critical failure.
that's like critical failure. It's like
Yeah, you fail
So
no matter
do
what.
you want to? Okay. So here's what's gonna happen. You manage to bite him, but he kind of turns and looks at you and smiles. He goes, "It'll take more than that to kill a trompo." Grabs you by your neck and throws you back down.
Oh,
So is he prone now?
okay, all right.
And you're prone.
Okay.
That link though.
Yeah, that's.
I missed what you had said. I caught the name though, and then I'm like, wait.
It'll take more than that to kill a trompo.
Okay.
Okay. And it is your turn.
All right. So he just slammed him down to the ground.
So he's prone, and
Could I offer assistance?
You're already out, man.
Yes, but
You are.
it would be a.
I mean, he could still get up and he
No,
might
no,
get
no.
repercussions later, but he could still.
Can I make a vine wrap around one of the boar's feet with without anybody noticing?
give me a stealth check first,
That's what it'd have to be.
and then give me a nature check.
Those
If
are
you're
the
trying
two.
to
That's
keep
what
it
it's
secret,
telling
you'll
you
need
can
both.
do. If you're gonna do it, that's what you get to roll.
We'll wait and see if they actually
Okay.
end up starting to fail or whatever.
Right now it's even.
Okay.
Okay. So I want to use a. So I have the Druid Craft cantrip.
Druidcraft.
Yep.
So that can do things such as make lights.
Okay.
I want to try and create a very bright light right in front of him to blind him so he kind of staggers back, covers his eyes, so that he can get out from under him.
Give me a nature check.
Good roll.
That is a 15
That'll do it.
plus 2. Yeah.
You're good. Ta-da. Okay, so he staggers back, and he is indeed blind.
Interesting way they said that.
All right, and then it is your turn again
All right. So
to be on the attack.
So, what was the result of me biting
What
him?
is that?
Did he throw me to the ground? You said he knocked me prone.
You are prone.
Okay.
However, he is blinded now.
Okay. All right. What's going to be our coup de grace here, Mason?
Go for the throat.
Go for the throat. All right. So I'm gonna.
Bite and spin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Barrel roll.
So we're.
Death roll. The death roll.
Death
Sorry,
roll.
the death roll.
Barrel roll sounds
So we're
good.
gonna. I'm gonna
Barrel
jump. I'm
roll.
gonna roll back up onto my feet, and then I'm gonna lunge at his throat.
Okay,
There's
so
music playing.
because you
There's-
had to stand.
There's music playing.
Oh yeah, it won't actually come over.
Epic
This.
music playing.
What is the? Is it like?
It's the ending. We've reached the 3-hour mark.
Oh.
So because you have to stand up and then attack, I'm just gonna say that.
Roll disadvantage or.
No, you would roll at advantage because he's blinded, but it's just gonna be a regular
Okay,
roll.
so just regular roll. All right.
Yes,
Fair enough.
and that's gonna be the result of your one.
Come on. Come on. Damn it!
Is that another one?
Another one?
Oh my god! I thought it was a 4 for me.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Before I explain what you do, go ahead, Saw.
For your turn.
Get a turn.
You get a turn.
Okay.
Why? I don't like this thing anymore. R2D2 has failed me.
So is this taking place before whatever happens with this next
At
one?
the same time.
Okay.
You would roll at an advantage because he's blinded and you're not penalized. But since he rolled 2 crit ones in a row, something's going to happen. So you're only going to roll once, and I'm going to explain what happens here in a second.
Okay.
Nice.
I am gonna try and hit him with another Elder's Blast.
Okay.
13.
That actually hits.
Nice.
Okay. You have a clear shot, and then you see a crocodile jump up in front of your shot. Luckily, your raven just bumps your arm a little bit with its beak, and you end up catching him in the shoulder. His arm kind of has the scorch mark from where it hit his fur. He drops to one knee, kind of looks up at you, and tries to kind of punch you as you lunge at him, as a last kind of ditch effort before you, you're still lunging at him, and he's down on one knee, so he's in a really tight spot. He's either going to hit you and stop you, or miss, and you're gonna fuck him up. So we're gonna find out. Does a 13 hit your AC?
I have a 13 AC, so does that cancel it or?
Nah, it's meet or beat. So he ends up hitting you.
You wanted me to beat him, and I still failed. Damn it.
He hits you, but you're still able to like land on him, and take.
Can I cutting words this?
You can. Absolutely. Thank you for making this easier on me.
Subtracts 4.
Oh, really? Awesome.
So
Perfect.
misses.
So he goes to hit you, but just as he's about to hit you,
You just kind of hear me go, "Hey, remember, you're amazing." And I say it in such a way to him that the boar thinks that I'm talking to the boar,
So it kind of.
But I'm not.
For a second.
and so it just sort of confuses the mess out of everything.
he as you're like trying to bite his neck, he hears this. It's really confusing. He can't. It's kind of like when
So it kinda
a sexy
flinches for a
girl
second.
waves at you, and you're like, "Who are you waving to?" And then the guy passes you, and you're just like, "Oh shit." It's one of those, and he ends up putting his arm straight in your mouth, and you clamp down on his arm.
Nice.
End up rolling a couple of times, flipping him over and over and over until he's just laying bloodied and beaten on the ground.
Yeah.
Not dead, but bloodied and beaten.
Nice.
So he is officially out of the match.
As soon as they're done, as soon as they take him down, the cat's gonna try to bite him out of the sky, and I'm gonna try to hit him.
No.
So the cat's gonna attack first.
Yeah.
Cat
He's
go.
going to do a pounce attack and try to get you in his jaws.
Will you be my dad?
Will I? Oh my god. I doubt it.
All right.
So,
So what's he gonna do?
he's pouncing and trying
Okay.
to bite him, and the attack is a 17 to hit your AC.
That hits.
Okay.
Okay. So that's
No, Nathan.
all right. Now it is your turn to rebuttal.
Okay,
Oh,
so
man,
he
cool
has
teeth.
bit onto me.
Yes.
So I know in his mouth, which means I have a straight shot down his throat.
Ooh, shit.
So
You do.
I aim my crystal down and just fire my lightning bolt.
Do it.
Lightning bolt?
Well, it's
There's Eldritch
It's
Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
it's
Lightning bolt and
looks
Eldritch
like a
blast
lightning
are
bolt.
totally different spells.
He
Are
fires
you?
his
I need to
Necron
know
Boss
right
rifle
now.
down his
How much
throat.
damage do you do? Can you do?
I can do up to 10.
How much life does he have left?
He has 7.
Are you doing lethal damage or not?
No.
Okay. Go ahead.
15 plus 2 plus 3, 18.
Does 18 hit the AC?
I'd be
Yes.
surprised if it
Okay.
didn't.
How much damage do you do?
9.
Yeah, he's unconscious. So.
Okay, you win. All right.
Bad
So
kitty.
it jumps up. You kind of see this green flash, and then his
Yeah.
mouth just kind of goes
Yeah.
loose, and he hits the ground, and you're just sitting there floating in. All right. Now to you
Mason
and
has
you.
carried this so far. Besides my initial attack, like that's the only thing cool I've done.
No, your death roll was pretty good.
Well, Talon flavored all that. I don't
Oh,
think
I
he
should have let
actually
you
get
do
to roll
that. I'm so
shit.
sorry.
No,
I
it's
heard
no,
death
it's
roll
fine.
stuff.
I'm glad you did.
It's you literally just like, and you're surprised his arm hasn't broken.
Right.
I'm
Somehow
surprised
he was
it didn't.
managed to.
So
At
wait,
least-
so Philip's attacking me, right? What's your
Yeah.
character's name again?
Lojala.
Lojala. Okay.
So as you're
So what
kind
do I
of
need
letting
to
go
do?
and you're
Well,
standing
I know, I'm
triumphant
trying to
over him, as you're kind of like standing triumphant over him, this happens from behind you.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go for the mid body.
Tackle.
Yeah.
All right, do it.
Go little.
That's
red
athletics.
panda.
Athletics.
I'm so glad me and Craig decided to just sit this one out.
Yeah. It's a 12. So.
A 12 does 12 hit your AC?
No.
I don't know
Yeah.
if you
Okay.
thought it was the same as mine, but I was like, he saw what I could do.
Okay.
I don't
You
know,
get
fight.
to rebuttal.
Okay.
Did what I did.
So he's lunging at me, and then maybe out of the corner of my eye, I catch him coming, and then I am going to spin around and then try to deflect him into the ground. You know, just kind of grab him and throw him into the ground while he's coming at me.
Acrobatics, please.
Okay.
Because that's more like flowing water rather than crashing mountain.
Right. Fair enough. That's fine. I wish I could use my athletics for that, though. +6 is so nice.
Yeah.
All right, I rolled a 7, so 9. Probably not
9?
going to be enough to hit you, though.
No, that hits my AC.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah.
It was a set DC.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
an
well,
easy DC.
So what do
on
I
this.
what do I do with this value?
9, unfortunately, is not enough.
Okay.
Awesome.
So you do manage to kind of get him away, but it doesn't do any damage, and he kind of... It's weird. You've never
So-
seen a stout, one-legged thing react this quickly. But he like does this weird thing where he puts his peg leg down. Do you want to describe this? Or do you want me to keep going?
It depends, because like what I want to do for my next thing is like as
Go
he's
ahead.
trying to do that, because I'm assuming you're going to try to do it with your tail.
Huh? No, actually, I was just gonna reach around and grab you and then
No.
just kind of throw you into the ground. But
No. Well, as you're trying to do that,
Oh,
I
you
want
might-
my
you
next
never
thing is
know
I
there.
want to grab his arm or whatever and try to throw him.
Okay, so as you're letting go of him, he grabs onto your arm. He grabs
tail.
onto his arm, and you kind of feel yourself like he's using the momentum you put into throwing him to
No.
pull you now.
No.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a
But you are
three.
too
A
heavy.
3?
7.
You're gonna have to go again because it's a zero sum at this point.
Yeah. I rolled a 7 total.
All right, give me another initiative check.
Another initiative? Okay.
You all
You
are
manage-
fantastic. You guys
He
are
pulls
great.
you over, but
A
you use your
10.
tail to like catch yourself, and you're standing in front of each other.
So am
So
I
he
part
rolled
of
a
this
10.
now? Since I dealt with my panther,
Absolutely. What are you doing first?
I'm gonna be helping him.
Okay, God. Okay.
I rolled a 10 for my initiative.
Okay. I got.
I need
11.
initiative. You got an 11. You got a 10.
What's your
Roll
new
total.
initiative?
I gotta roll. Okay.
4.
4.
Saw, you go first. You're
Okay.
attacking.
So
You're offensive.
okay, so I see him. He's like on
On
his
the
back. They're
offensive.
kind of rustling around. I'm just gonna try and.
Did you guys ever use your insight?
I have not used my insight yet.
Inspiration.
Inspiration. Sorry.
Do I have that?
Negative, not
No,
yet.
I think it's just that one and that one.
I'm
Can
gonna
I-
go
can I
ahead
have
and.
that?
Negative Ghost Rider.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my inspiration, and I am going to attempt to Eldritch Blast him off of his back.
Okay.
Because Eldritch Blast technically is force damage, so it should be able to push him off the back.
Okay.
But inspiration, what do I roll in addition?
It's just
Advantage.
advantage, so you roll 2 and take the highest.
Okay. 17 plus
You hit me.
4.
17. Okay, so that hits you.
My AC's at 9 at the moment.
Okay, so you go flying off of him.
Okay.
Nice.
Roll like 10 feet away, and you stand up. Your side really burns, and your muscles are kind of like twitching.
My raven caws tauntingly at you.
Oh, snap.
I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna jump at you, and
Kick
I'm
the
gonna do
boys
like
down.
I'm gonna do a forward roll, and then come down and smash down with my tail on you.
Okay.
Okay. Athletics or acrobatics?
Preferably athletics.
All right then.
All right.
Nat
Yes.
Oh,
Nat
God.
20. Okay.
26.
That hits.
I wish I could have got that fight in the boar guy.
I know, right?
This is the more important fight.
That's true. That's true.
We have to show Philip who's boss.
That's right, dude.
So as you stand up and your muscles are twitching, you go to dodge,
And I
but
get
you
hit in the
can't
face with
because
a
your
tail.
body is still shaking, and that tail connects hard.
All right.
All right.
I will attempt to grab the tail since it's on my face.
You will do so at disadvantage.
Okay.
Because he
And I will
matches.
try and throw him at him. If I.
Okay.
Good luck.
That is that whole hold up. What skill were you wanting?
Athletics.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's
Athletics.
about the only. It would be physical strength to throw him, which is athletics.
A man that big when you're small. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't succeed because it's a 9.
A 9. Okay. And then
A 5 and an 11. So if it would be
So-
11, I would have been good.
Yeah.
I lose.
yeah, at this point you kind of yeah. Okay.
I failed and they have succeeded. So.
You're right. Okay, it's
Yeah.
over.
So he's already
there-
pretty banged up. We really gonna beat this guy
Sorry.
around another element
So
play.
as you go to throw him, he kind of like puts his hand into the dust and gains purchase.
Yeah.
Or do you want to describe this?
No,
Sorry.
you can.
Okay. Gains purchase, and then he just kind of like flicks his tail, and you just kind of go rolling over the green bags.
Okay.
So you two
Yeah.
left.
Nice seating, mate.
The
Yep.
Lieutenant
Hi.
Guardia looks over and goes, "Hurry up! We've got stuff. I'm trying not to cuss too much. Hurry up! We've got shit to do."
I look at you.
Oh, it hurts.
This is rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, okay. I thought you were shooting your Eldritch Blast at me. Okay.
Pew 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 pew.
Oh, see, that's when you just turn and you shoot the lieutenant because he's a jacket.
Ah, you
I
got me.
win.
All right. So
I
he's
guess
like,
that works.
I attack you, and I'm like, oh, it hurts so much. Oh my goodness. And then I walk over to the greenbacks.
By the way, I forgot to do this at the very beginning, and I should have done this. Inspiration for the very first time you've ever role-played an actual D&D game, doing it in character with an actual voice. So take inspiration. He walks over to you, and says, "Congrats, you're responsible for everyone here now."
You're the leader again!
He hands you a little badge. It's a yellow badge with like the academic, the academy's symbol. It's like a book with a castle in the background, and in the book, it's a bunch of illegible words, but across the top of the page it says "Achievement and Progress." He hands it to you and goes, "You're platoon sergeant now. Their successes and their failures are your responsibility."
My raven caws at him.
Now, kind of looks at it, kind of interrupts him on this next sentence. Now, your platoon will need gear. That pile of bags over there has everything that you'll be needing. Let me know if you need any specific items for your soldiers. Any
We
question?
need all the potatoes.
Ooh, it's not
He's
great.
going to push the box to you. He's like, "Oh, your reward. You may take one thing out of this box." And then with that, 2 guards open the box for you. He walks away, kind of turns around and says, "These guards will take you to the barracks. Go ahead and get changed into your uniforms, which you'll find in those bags, and be ready in the morning. It is getting dusk at this point.
That's where we get all our gear.
I'll meet you there in about 10 minutes." He walks off, starts talking with the captain, the Black Bunny. The guards, as they open it, you see a bunch of different tool sets in there. Effectively, you may choose whatever tool of your choice. So blacksmith tools, alchemy tools.
I will take the smithing tools.
Okay.
I hand them to you.
Yay, thank you.
They nod, close it, start to walk off. Behind you, you see everybody just sitting there looking at you. Some of them are like, "Oh, God." Some of them are just waiting.
I'm playing my pan flute.
I walk up and I'm like, "Great job, mate.
I flutter on your shoulder.
All right, everyone listen to him."
Alright, everybody.
You see some nodding and some are just like,
What is the style of the uniform?
You'll have to see inside the bag first.
I'm going to look in the bag for the uniform.
Are they cute little pink dresses with blouses?
Everybody grab your gear.
Okay, inside is the list of gear that we've already put out.
Oh, good.
So
So throw it all, like half of it away.
inside you also see cold weather uniforms, desert uniforms. I did put those in that list, right?
No.
Okay, add those.
I'm
Cold
eating a raw
weather.
potato.
Cold weather uniforms,
Literally.
desert
you.
uniforms, and a regular uniform. The regular uniform is this like piss yellow potato sack type of material, and it's just a
So, burlap?
tunic. Yeah, burlap.
No potato
It's
sack material?
yellow burlap. No signia or anything. It's just they look extremely used. Some even have armpit stains. It is a tunic and some loose leggings.
What does the
with-
desert one look
with
like?
a belt? It's thinner burlap. It breathes a lot more, but it provides less protection. The cold
I
weather,
wear that one.
the cold weather one it has like fur built
Right.
in to the liner.
I'm gonna clean both mine and his gear. Prestidigitation-y.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
I like it.
I don't wear the
Almost
normal
have
uniform.
prestidigitation.
I just throw it away.
Wait, what is it? What
Okay.
are you doing?
I'll give
Prestidigitation,
you
you can. It's a
inspiration.
cantrip. You can
I
use
have
to clean stuff.
inspiration already.
Yep.
Do I get 2 inspirations?
No. You can give one away though.
Just take a
Okay.
shower and
Can you give him inspiration?
I am inspired by this gentleman who keeps helping me for some reason.
You have
He's
about
very
5
inspiring
minutes
for some
left
reason.
after everybody has all of their gear and has looked at it to be where you were told to be in the uniform you were told to be in.
Okay.
I arrived late because I walked.
So I tell everybody to
I
march
pick
over to
him
the
up
barracks.
and carry him with us,
I don't
so
think
that
you
he's
can
not
carry me.
late. No, I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
So I tell everybody to march up to the barracks.
Okay. Most of them, it takes a little.
It's essentially magical.
Wait, did they say what
Convincing.
uniform we were supposed
Okay,
to wear?
so
No.
So I can.
The
The
generic
sun's
uniform.
gonna start going. I slap him on the back of the head and he roars.
Which one are we supposed to wear?
Wait, what are we doing now?
I'm telling them to go to the barracks.
Which
Some of them
one?
don't listen.
Which one are we supposed to wear?
The regular uniform.
Aren't they?
He didn't
Where do
say.
we get to pick?
Technically, they're all regular uniforms.
He didn't say.
Okay, everybody put on regular uniform.
Which one was regular?
The one that's called uniform. It's
Right,
not the
chop to
desert
it.
uniform or cold
It is
uniform.
not the thin nor the thick material. It's the potato.
It's the
sack.
ugly one.
Oh.
Yeah.
But that
That's
one-
why I'm not
I was
wearing
gonna
it.
say, that's his favorite, the potato sack one.
So that's why I'm wearing the desert
Let's see,
one.
can I add
Okay.
that to my Amazon here?
If he hadn't heard now, it's too late.
You got common
okay,
clothes,
so
you're good.
5
Yep.
minutes pass. You barely
I
make
didn't add to mine.
barely make it outside. Lieutenant Vardy is walking up. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Everyone?
I'm actually having.
Well, hold on. Let me ask you this first.
I'm having the
everybody-
panther.
is everybody wearing the correct uniform?
I'm wearing the one he told me to.
Okay.
As far as I'm aware, yeah.
Okay. Give me a
Don't
perception
accept
check.
Not good.
Not good.
Lieutenant.
Can
Nope.
I just point out that he's wearing the wrong one?
Too late.
Yeah, too
Lieutenant
late.
Vardia kind of steps up, looks around, just starts tearing into you. He's like, "What the fuck is this? I told you everybody in one uniform." And he points straight at Lojala, who's in the desert uniform.
After I purposely didn't kill you.
At that point, he goes, "Now run around this fucking fort until I say stop," and then just walks off.
Oh, this is gonna be hysterical. Go ahead, run.
No, everybody.
Oh,
I get
fuck.
on his shoulder.
This goes on for the rest of the evening until about midnight.
I'm assuming people lap me.
Oh, it's just a shitty night. You don't get a lot of sleep.
You're gonna get the soap bag treatment thing from Full Metal Jacket.
Midnight comes up. He finally stops you, walks out, and he's been sleeping. You can see him. He's kind of like rubbing his face.
So if we had a long rest at this point?
No.
Not yet.
You've
No.
been
I
running.
haven't done anything yet.
How
I
many
thought
other?
you just said we got
How
to
many
sleep.
other
No,
guards
no,
are around?
He's
good.
been sleeping.
Oh.
There are guards out there yelling at you
Okay.
with
Okay.
like batons. Anytime, thank
Okay.
you for pointing that out. Anytime anybody would try to stop, a guard will walk up and start beating them. I mean, not even trying to be nice. Until they start running again with these short little wooden clubs. He calls you over. He's like, form up right here. Just give me a row of 10 and then however many deep. I don't care.
Okay. Everybody form up. I mean, if he's giving the order, do I have
He's
to...
telling you. He's not. He
He
doesn't
is
wanna
telling
talk
you to tell us.
anybody.
Okay.
This
Because
is
that's
not-
how the military does it.
Come on, form up, chop chop.
He's not even yelling. He's just like speaking like.
Alright,
normal
so
to you.
yeah, I yelled at everybody to form up.
Okay.
10 wide, however many deep you need.
Give me a persuasion roll, please, or diplomacy, or whatever the hell it's called.
Do I get a bonus for having a
I
pocket
assist.
style that's
I
boring?
assist.
Yeah. Okay. If you're assisting, do it at advantage.
Alright, so what is it that I'm doing? Persuasion?
Persuasion. Yes, persuasion.
Your advantage, so you get to roll twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 16 plus 3 is 19.
They actually managed to follow directions, unless y'all are gonna do anything different.
Perfectly.
Anybody who's not a PC follows directions.
I will follow directions.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay.
I will follow
At this
directions.
point,
I mean,
he,
it's probably good exercise for me because this is stuff I normally did in my other hometown. So it's just slower because I
It's-
only have one leg.
It is you now know what it must be like to be one of the guys that just that doesn't do PT.
Yeah.
Because you're actually winded now and stuff, trying to compensate for your leg.
That would be hard trying to run with a wooden leg.
Right?
It's not too bad when you got advanced prosthetics like we do nowadays. I mean, they even have knees and ankles and
It's
stuff.
not too
but,
bad
I
when you
mean,
got an alligator to sit on.
Yeah.
Or you could just glide.
I mean, I guess I could have ridden on the Panther, but
Yeah. Even your panther looks like.
I mean, I'm gonna make my Panther carry all my gear, so it doesn't really.
Oh,
all
and it's
the extra gear.
bandaged and almost dead too.
I'm making him carry all my gear.
He's recovered enough to run for a while. He's fine.
The panther kind of like walks up and it's in formation and then just collapses. He looks at it and kind of smiles like,
Good kitty.
"Damn right." Well, now that you're actually listening, here's your new home. First formation at sunrise. In the uniform we provided you. All the same uniform. I don't care if you want to do it in cold weather, but it will all be uniform. You all.
uniforms.
Yeah, the uniform uniforms.
Mine's so spiffy compared to everybody's else.
Man, what is
Um,
the
I mean, except for
temperature?
yours, obviously.
What is the common temperature? in
It's
this
like
area?
fall. It's spring. It is spring. So it's like 70,
Okay.
70s to 80s.
Okay.
Temperate.
I mean, like, it's like I have fur. He's got fur. He's got fur.
Oh yeah.
I mean, a normal uniform would suck.
Here, yeah. Blah, blah,
Just saying.
blah. Okay. Oh,
Clothes,
and
fantasy,
everyone,
you know, it's-
everyone better
it's
still
there.
be here in the morning. Formed up before the sun pops over that horizon. Any questions?
Nope.
Okay. He turns around, walks off. The guards kind of like back away, and one guard pops a lock or takes the lock off of the door and opens up your barracks.
Is it a well-built building, or is it kind of shitty?
Same as the rest of the fort. There are
So
new sections
shitty.
and old. Definitely doesn't keep water out. You can see through the roof. It's just like
God.
hay.
So if I wanted it to collapse, I could probably make it happen.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I tell
Okay.
everybody to get into the barracks. We get over the barracks and I say, alright, my raven here does not sleep. We'll be watching. If anybody tries to leave, it will call loudly, waking every single person here up. And they will all be very angry at you for interrupting their sleep. So I suggest you stay in bed.
They all kind of look at each other and look at the raven.
It caws very loudly.
Well, once everyone's in
They
and the
kind
door shuts, me and the panther are literally gonna sleep on the door.
Okay. They all look. Give me an intimidation check.
I'm still on an alligator, by the way.
I assist.
Okay.
ISIS.
Skill dude over there. is
Crocodile,
very
damn it.
Skilly.
Well, that's not very
9.
Okay. You see some of them nod. You see a couple of the other ones just kind of like whisper,
Roll their
like,
eyes.
"Yeah, right." But okay, so let me explain what the barracks look like. It has nothing inside. No beds, no posts, no mattresses. There's dust, and then where you assume the last group slept, just these worn out ruts along the walls. The walls and the makeshift roof is made of the same pine wood, but the pine needle thatching of the roof is kind of like dead and falling off. You've got a bunch of little pine needles on the floor as well, and that's all that separates you from the outside. The walls aren't weatherproof either, and you can feel the night breeze coming through these walls.
So there's like a whole.
This thing is not
There's
you
holes
could
everywhere
not
in
Like,
consider
you
this
really
shelter.
shouldn't be living in it, basically.
Yeah.
This should be a condemned structure.
The boar who's sitting toward the back looks around and goes, "This is bullshit," and slams his hand on the wall,
God damn
and the
it.
plank just falls off. And there's a bigger hole in the wall now.
I go to sleep.
Can I start playing a lullaby?
Sure. What's that sound like?
I'm literally just gonna play Link's lullaby
Oh,
from Zelda.
okay.
I am going to go lay down. I'm gonna find a bunk and lay down.
Okay.
But before you say the night has passed, let me know.
I'm just gonna play it loud enough, just kind of nice little tune to get ready to.
It's
There's a
not
little
big, right?
a rat soldier or a rat folk. Sorry, what were you saying?
I was just
He said something
in
to me.
character talking to him.
Okay. There's a little rat folk who kind of pokes his head out of the plank, or out of the hole that the plank had fallen off of. Kind of looks around and kind of looks back and he goes, "I don't think any of the guards are really watching this. I don't know where they went, but they're not out there." And some of the other trainees are kind of like talking to each other in whispers, but does not look like good news.
I don't really know if escaping into the forest would really even be a good idea, though.
You guys remember the bushes? Do you really think you're going to make it very far if you leave this building?
Persuasion with advantage.
So you don't even need to say it.
Yeah.
That is going to be a 16 plus whatever more persuasion is. 19.
At that, everyone except for except for the boar.
Was the boar the one that they fought?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And his arm is bandaged at this point.
Oh, that guy!
Yes.
That guy's part of our group now,
Um,
apparently.
Oh, man.
Poor
There-
bastard.
The boar
He better hope I don't frickin' kill him.
is about the only one who doesn't look like he's finally sinking in the severity of their situation. He kind of looks around and he's like, "What? We could take him." And they all just kind of look at him and shake their head since he wasn't there.
Mike, you couldn't take me. How you gonna take the rest of them?
At that, you see him like give you a death look. He's like,
I give him a death look right back.
He looks. What heritage did you said Spanish, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I don't know what a badass Spaniard sounds like. All I know is Inigo Montoya.
I mean, Inigo Montoya is badass.
I'm about to say, how is that not badass?
Off like machete.
If we really are here for as long as they say we are, you had best watch your back, amigo.
Same goes for you, mate.
With
We
that,
have
he kind
6
of
sides, you have 2.
he starts cussing at you,
Small
and
high
then just kind
five
of
between
like
me and Mason.
kind of lays
And it's
down.
on.
No, you high five
And
both
goes
me
to
and
sleep.
the
Yeah.
But you have successfully, you feel comfortable that no one is going to try to escape
Is
tonight.
there any other animals that we've seen? Like
There's a mix of them. You've got mostly predators.
no.
Generic animals.
Generic animals, cats, mice. In the
No.
that we've been in here, have we seen anything
Beasts.
like that? Yes. Sorry.
You saw a lot of them prior to the worldquake, and they were all leaving the forest.
No, I just mean in the.
Absolutely not. Not even birds
My
or
cat.
anything.
As I go,
Yeah, his cat.
right before I go to sleep, I instruct my raven that it's going to watch, make sure nobody tries to sleep. It's also going to wake us up when we need to be up, so we can be out front.
Okay.
Should have
How
when the cock
early?
crows is when the raven crows.
How much time before sunrise?
When are we supposed to be out there?
You're supposed to be formed up before the first ray of the sun comes up over the
What time does
horizon.
sun rise?
Yeah, so
He's
what
gonna
time is
wake us up plot time before we have to be there to get ready for plot time equals plot.
Give me a nature check.
I roll
Nature
for
check?
plot.
Yeah,
I roll for solve
plot
the
of
plot.
it. Yep.
Why can't he get nature check?
Ridiculous.
I went to bed.
19 plus.
Okay,
my
Okay,
modifier.
you're good. You're good.
Over
You
20.
you calculate how early sunrise has been happening, and communicate that to your raven. So we're good to go. Do we need to take another break?
Yes.
Okay, let's take a small break.
Wait, I want to do something in the night.
Okay.
Bro, you're the boss.
Does this
is
need to
awesome.
be on the side?
Last campaign, too.
It can be. I mean, I'm
And
going to
sorta
do
kinda like the
something.
boss, too.
Okay. If you don't want anybody else to know,
No,
everyone is
well-
good to go.
The only thing I have to worry about is his raven.
No, well, my cat would. may or may not.
Oh well,
Yeah,
yeah.
his
Here
cat
it
might
is.
hear and my raven is
Yeah.
watching.
It would be
My raven
their
does not
animals
sleep.
that I'd
Go
have to
ahead.
worry
You,
about.
you'd have to make a
Okay.
stealth check.
Basically, what I'm going to want to do is transform into a rat
Okay.
while I'm in bed
Okay.
and try and sneak out.
Okay.
Ooh.
Because I want to survey the entire fort.
Stealth check, please.
Okay.
Are you gonna go against our passives?
Can I assist?
Oh.
Yes, you can.
If
So
you're
is
awake.
it going
Give
against
advantage.
my
So
passive
these two are
perception?
homies now.
What's your raven's perception?
I don't know. It's just a regular raven. I don't have the
Okay, I'll pull it up.
My cat's passive's 14.
Okay. 14, and then not Jack Monte. I need.
No, I'm sleeping pretty hard.
I mean, yeah.
You're snoring. You're that guy.
I'm the guy that snores really, really loud.
So is the boar.
Okay, so 14 and 13.
It's literally a battle of who can snore
13
louder.
is what you're.
Go ahead.
So nobody else gets any sleep because us
You're getting
two.
it at advantage.
I'm
How
used
do
to
you-
I've been
how
with
do
him
you
for years.
assist?
I'm used
So-
to it.
Come here, cat.
I'm just gonna kind of like. I don't want to say I noticed because that's not the
I
goal.
asked him for a pillow, an extra pillow, to help disguise that when I transform, the bed doesn't sink.
Okay.
And
Is there pillows
so
even
when
in
There
here?
is not pillows. but
Find
So,
something.
the backpack.
your backpack. Yeah, your bag.
He uses his backpack. I give him mine. I kind of know what he's doing. So I'm gonna use prestidigitation to kind of flare periodically.
To make it look like he's breathing.
No, just
Breathing.
To make it look like he's breathing.
literal light
That's one mass
flares.
bed, man.
Literal light flares,
Okay.
almost like fireworks, to kind of hinder the eyes of the raven.
Oh, so like a little moat that floats up, and Raven's gonna kind of get distracted by it.
Sure.
Okay.
Nice.
So you are doing this at advantage because someone is aiding you.
So that is a 16, and I don't think I have a stealth.
Well, roll again
I
just
know.
to see if it's
hold on.
higher.
I just want to make sure. Stealth. Actually, it's so 16 plus 2 is an 18.
Okay.
What's that? I mean, that'll be.
19, so 21.
Yeah.
That succeeds. You
Okay.
are able to make it out of one of the holes in the wall.
Okay, and I am currently a rat.
Okay, you give me a perception check right quickly.
Ah, for
And
what?
y'all can take your break if you want, unless you want to hear this.
I want to hear this.
Okay.
I do too.
I was hoping you pass.
I kind of was too, honestly.
My perception check was god awful.
Oh, good.
Is it above a 10?
No.
Hold on. His passive perception is 10, but for the rat that I'm using.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Does
we're
that
good.
work? Okay.
You do not see any guards in the courtyard, but you do notice movement, and you can't tell what it is, but in one of the houses, or in one of the buildings, there is movement.
I want to go investigate.
Okay. So you cross the courtyard.
Just as an FYI, I can hold this form for an hour.
Absolutely.
So
Yes. You make it over to the courtyard, and as you get closer to that building, in the shadows to the side, you actually see one of the guards just kind of watching the building, and then he'll glance down at a book and keep reading, and then look up at the building.
he's looking at the barracks.
He's looking at the barracks.
Okay. Is there any way, like, other than the front door or anything like that, like another hole I could maybe?
There is
get in?
only 2 buildings that are sufficiently defended against the weather. All the others have holes and cracks in the
Okay, so this is one of them.
This is one of them, yes.
Okay. Can I get close to it and at least maybe listen to?
Absolutely. Okay, so
Make
inside
another
you can
perception
hear Lieutenant Gvardia, and you can hear another voice. You don't know who it is. The shadows, I mean, they're only using like a small little lamp, so
Okay.
it's
It
hard to
doesn't
tell.
sound like the captain.
No, well, you never heard the captain speak.
Oh, did he not speak? I thought he did.
No.
Oh.
He and Lieutenant Gvardia is like, it happened again, sir. How many did we lose? Any other guards? The other voice is also Spanish, and you hear, you can hear no more, no one else lost their lives. Just some minor damage to the southern gate, but we should have that built before the trainees take take a shot at the assault course. Thankfully. How many soldiers did we lose? And they continue talking about the attack, and
I kept
he
track,
actually
so-
mentions all of you in that you helped and aided them. Other than that, the only other thing they talk about, you hear them talk about the cliff defenses and plans to investigate. But unfortunately, right now they can't because they don't have enough personnel to both train and watch you to make sure you don't escape and to go investigate. It's also, whatever it is too dangerous to send even a single soldier by themselves.
Okay, so there's something going on. You said with the cliffs, but they can't investigate it and watch us at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know there are some cliffs far to the east, past the forest.
Okay.
But it's a couple days journey.
All right. Is that about it?
That's all that's happening in here.
Okay. About how much time do you say that would take?
That whole conversation, maybe 20 minutes.
Okay. I'm gonna see about the other building. See if there's maybe anything going on over there.
Some guards. It seems to be where the guards sleep. It's 2-tiered. The floors are nice and sturdy, and the ceiling's good. And there aren't as many holes. You do see, and I'll go ahead and say this. You do see a couple of the guards working on repairs on the buildings.
At night?
It's mostly just placing the boards, and then it looks like they're tying string to keep the boards in place. And they are complaining about how they have to maintain their barracks without any additional supplies from headquarters. And then the other one says, yeah, it's like we're the friggin' trainees here as well. But you see at all times while you're there, someone is working on continuously maintaining their barracks.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna head back, and I want to wake up like a little bit early before his raven goes off, and there will be a note in his bag of what I discovered, and a
Okay.
note in your bag of what I discovered.
Cool.
Okay.
Well, that's it for this episode. Thanks for listening. No matter the social media, search for us at IntrepidFable, all one word. On Twitter, you can find me at IntrepidFable, Philip at DrizzyonPanda, that's DRIZZION Panda, Mason at Mason2277, and Dan at Anime Pathway. Connor and Craig are still working on theirs. You can find more at our website, like player bios, a complete listing of all of our social media, and more podcasts, like Anime Pathway, headed by our own Dan. To support our work, please tell your friends about us. Also, you can go to patreon.com/IntrepidFable. That's Patreon, Patreon. There, you can support us directly and help us grow. We hope you enjoyed the show. Until next time, take care.